Welcome back, everybody. Doug Wrestling presenting an episode of Navy Football. Today we are using only two players. This is a dynasty file, but we're using it as a road to glory, and we're using these two gentlemen drafted in the NFL draft, none other than Pittsburgh Steeler Eli Heidenreich and Landon Robinson, a two-star commit out of Ohio. Landon Robinson had a lot of talk. Every single NFL team was at this midshipman's pro day. Hadn't happened in a very long time, and we're going to switch it up a little bit in our scheduling. They were supposed to be playing an FCS opponent. I wanted the Crab Classic in Annapolis. And so we'll be running the ball a lot with Eli, as this is going to be his first touchdown of the year, giving us an early lead over the Terps. And we're also going to be highlighting every play made by Landon Robinson as we get his first sack of the season. And while I haven't played a lot of defense in this year's edition of College Football 26, I'm still pretty excited to test my gaming skills against the CPU. So far, this game's going pretty much better than I possibly could have hoped. I would have thought I'd given up some points on every possession, but Landon's been holding strong, and the only big play we really gave up to the Turf offense was this touchdown play. But it doesn't matter. Eli's going to get us back with a huge chunk play past midfield. Deep inside of the third quarter now. We're getting the blocks we need, and this is going to spring us loose for at least 30 yards. A pretty dominating start. We only won by 8, a late comeback from Maryland, but nonetheless, the Crab Bowl Classic coming back to the Service Academy in Annapolis, Maryland. This option pitch working out to perfection. And a spin move, nearly breaking us loose, but somehow we're deep in a hole, and Eli's going to get us down to 2 scores. A huge sack, getting the ball back. Momentum is on our side. We got a quick stop, only able to get a field goal, but a massive turnover as we hop in front of the pass. Eli, the handoff, in a huge gaping hole, a block from our wideout, and we're in business. Ultimately, we couldn't get anything more than a field goal. There's Landon on the backside getting a tackle. We'd force a change of possession, and Eli finding his groove in the receiving game. And there's no doubt about it. We're back in this ball game, only down by a small score. A defensive stop here by Landon would send shockwaves through the American Conference. While he doesn't get the sack, he's going to get this tackle for loss. We get the Blazers off the field, only surrendering a field goal, and inside of 3 minutes, we tack on a touchdown. We finally get the stop we need inside of 2 minutes, and Horvath, showing off that speed he displayed so well against the Sooners in last year's Armed Forces Bowl. Can't take anything for chance. We wind down as much clock as we can. The Midshipmen go on to win 2 straight ball games to open up the season. And we're feeling pretty good as long as we don't blow it in the final seconds. It's never over till it's over. We get 3 tutties with Eli, as he'll be the Conference Player of the Week. And this is pretty cool for me. I recently completed a rebuild with Tulsa. Pretty sure we had a holding there on from number 70 on the side, but we get a big game from Eli and Horvath in the Millennial Wing T. Bombs it. Huge play here in Oklahoma. Tulsa King, Landon Robinson with another tackle. The 1945 Orange Bowl champs have a 3-point lead over us at halftime. And Landon on the backside, providing some heat on the quarterback. We get sacked, and it's a turnover. Eli's going to save it from it. Oh, no, that ball's not out. That ball is going to stay with us unless the game decides that we are not worthy of offensive possession. In College Football 25, I had a rebuild with... Oh, Eli got hurt. Why is Eli hurt? Another almost fumble. 4th and 6, ball game on the line. It's a turnover. Still a chance, though, but we need to tackle somebody. Do or die moment here. Deep ball to the tight end. Bryant's going to pick it up, and we're not out of this game yet. First play after the 2 minute, only 3 men on the rush. Biding our time, Horvath zips it into his tight end again. We take our points, needing a stop, and Landon Robinson is there on third down. We march it down the other side of the field, blocking, working to perfection, and Horvath racing down the sideline. The very next play, inside of 40 seconds, and Eli into the end zone. Every game, it's down to the wire with these midshipmen. 25 seconds to go. Landon land the hit on the quarterback. Third and long, needing another massive play from Landon, and he comes through. In overtime, staying hot, Landon Robinson, another sack, and we put the game away here on this play action tutty. The Cadets back in Annapolis, definitely feeling the momentum as we're finding gems on our recruiting trail, and these boys are all in heading into Rice Week. Landon Robinson, a massive hit, stopping the running back from anything more than a first down, and Eli punching holes in the Owls secondary. A massive block as 69 picks up 2 Owls, shedding a man, fumbles, and Landon's going to have his first fumble recovery on the season. A QB pressure. We're finally showing breaks in the secondary as we give up a score. Looking for some points before the end of half, and we find Eli out of bounds outside the 25. And with our offense, I don't think we'll ever truly be out of any game as long as we can get Eli the ball on the edge. We got a 2-score lead late in this one, and 16-play drive. That's classic Navy football, and we're finding them on the out route. Over 100 yards through the air, and Landon Robinson, this time he's forcing the fumble. Third and super duper long, Landon wrecking havoc. His 4th sack of the game. Put the belt on him as he gets number 5. After another week of 100 yards on the ground and through the air, or through receiving, Eli's going to be the conference player of the week. And you can't leave Landon Robinson unattended. He's completely destroying the offensive line of the Falcons. And somehow he's taken a severe blow. His arm. No, it's his chest. They decided to put the pads on him. Eli's going to tie this game up at 7. I think we got to keep Landon healthy. We might give him a little breather. The rocket toss to Chapman. And we're breaking this one wide open. Looking for something. Horvath up the middle. He's not going to get into the end zone, but a secure 3 points is what we'll take. And it's rare to see a motion scene work against me so well, but that's exactly what Air Force has done. And on this motion play, it's not Landon trying to force a turnover, and he's going all the way. 80-some yards. Number 18 is not going to get him from behind. The play defense is fun. Interception here as well, and we're going to take that back to the crib. So 2 huge defensive plays for us in a much contested Commander-in-Chief trophy game. And for the first time since the 70s, midshipmen are going to be 5-0. Hopefully this will get us in the rankings. We're looking for that group of 6 playoff nod as Eli padding the stats, marching through history. It's a 45-10 final here. Only 24 series victories for the midshipmen, but we're also going to get Defensive Player of the Week honors. So not only does Navy football have a Heisman finalist, something the midshipmen have not won since 1963, they also have a 5-0 start, something they achieved in 2024 and 25, but that hadn't been achieved since 1978 and 1979. So our Heisman finalist looking to pad his stats, scale the conference standings, and a remarkable catch that's going to tie us at 7. We absolutely get toasted in the secondary, and the Owls are going to take the lead once again. Rare play out of the shotgun for the midshipmen on 3rd and medium. The pass thrown on the dot. We break a couple tackles and speed our way into the end zone. big hit in the backfield. We get the ball back. Eli's going to get it on the rocket toss, and the midshipman back on top. We worked it so well the time before. We're going to get another one here. Up by 3 points in a deep pass. Not quite on target. Defense doesn't give up any points. We pad the stats there on 4th and goal. Another sack. We're going to get 2 on the day as Landon Robinson. Not the player of the week that Eli is, but Eli is also the national player of the week, so hard to understand how he doesn't win this Heisman Trophy, as we're up by a score, but we miss a tackle. Owls destroying us until Eli takes over the ball game on 4th and 2 to end the 3rd quarter. The Monsoon Bowl for the midshipmen. Back to pass is QB1. He finds our Heisman hopeful inside the 45 and brought down at the FAU 35. We would tack on some points and win this game by a couple scores, nearly 200 yards, and racking up conference and national player of the week once again. The difference maker is our receiving. Somehow, some way, the U.S. Naval Academy discovered how to throw the ball in the past 3 to 4 years, as evidence of this deep bomb inside of Denton, North Texas. Eli gives the midshipmen a lead. They're inside the top 20. We don't know how to execute option pitches quite yet. We've only learned how to do rocket tosses and deep bombs down the field. One thing we know more than anything else is just get it to 22. Twos is going to race into the end zone and surely giving us some momentum before the half. Eli also got us a 2-point conversion, so not down by too much. Let it pass thrown out of the way. We're going to get the boys in white another opportunity, but thrown wide, giving the Falcons half time field goal, but a massive interception. Up in the pocket, sliding, rolling over a man. I thought he got in. A great run. We would tack on a QB sneak for the points, but he can't hold on to the ball this time. Another tackle for loss from 96. Whereas we're up by 3, the option keeper, and we're there. Landon again up the middle. We get a massive sack late in this ball game. A man in motion, the halfback. He sends it up the middle. Ending the game with another sack for Landon Robinson. And the Navy midshipmen marching in to one of the football meccas of the world. A massive hit to start us off. Touchdown, Jesus. Let's see Eli race down the field. Can they bring him down? They do at midfield. They're down by a score. And a massive sack to hold him to 3 points. Landon Robinson, his 10th sack of the season. 4th and long. Midway through the 3rd, we're looking for the angle route. And something I've noticed all year is these plays just don't work like they did in 26. Eli's going to get us some points. Game tied. Something I know about this Notre Dame team is if you give Jeremiah Love an opportunity, just like we do, whiffing on tackles, he will execute. He will make you pay. And we had to go back to the bread and butter to tie the game up. Notre Dame's going to have an opportunity to win this game under 2 minutes to go. And on their 3rd and long, we can't get any pressure. Landon brought down, and he's shy of the yard to make. After the punt, a deep in our own territory. We need to string a couple plays together. That's a good ball to get us near midfield. 10 seconds. We just need a play to get us into field goal position. We're going to head to overtime with the Irish. They got a touchdown on the board. Landon couldn't stop him, but on 4th and goal from more than 10 yards out, we go for the win, trying to go for the same play twice. And it's a heaved up Hail Mary that is not made true. Both teams came in shy of college football playoff bids. A record broken and National Player of the Week honors once again. You would think the Heisman would be all but locked up. But since we play in group of 5 football, you just never know. A big pass to twos as we get deep inside the Bull territory. Getting through the air once again. This is what I'm talking about. The passing efficiency here by the U.S. Naval Academy. 3rd and long, trying to look for more. Why is he that wide open? We're just going to pull it down. Stay safe. We have the lead before the half. Missing. And that couldn't work out worse as he breaks a tackle. Bulls add on before the intermission. You're not there in time. He gets the first down. This USF team was so good. The reason why they beat teams like Boise State were at the top of the conference for a little bit is because of their run game. Also defense. Alex Golish, former Matt Campbell assistant at Iowa State, now the Auburn head coach, laying the clamps down on the Navy midshipmen, the bread and butter to get us, and the checkerboard. Going to him again. Under 3 minutes to go. Time is ticking. We need every receiving yard from Eli in this one. It's going to be the play to get us within a score, but it's our backup. Eli huffing and puffing on the sidelines. A screen play that's short of the receiver. We couldn't get anything going. A heave to Eli. I'll do it. We'll drop this one. Our 2nd loss of the season. This will probably knock us out of the college football playoff rankings. And pure pandemonium on the Bulls sideline as we break another receiving school record. This could be the conference championship game as we time that pitch perfectly. Eli is off to the races inside the 20. Midshipman adding a field goal. Landon up the middle for a tackle for the loss. Making his draft stock improve with every snap. We get around the edge, and he's off to the races inside the Tiger 50. And the shotgun, the handoff, and Landon once again a tackle for loss at midfield. He gets the blitz up the middle, knocking the quarterback to the turf. But we can't stop the deep ball once again in back-to-back weeks. They say he fumbled it. Somehow he was credited with the catch. I don't know, it's kind of like that Des Bryant catch. I'm sure Tony Romo knows something about that. 4th and long, game on the line. We come up short once again. Now 3 losses. Our college football playoff hopes probably non-existent, and they need a whole lot of help to get us in. But we do get the conference championship game. As crazy and back and forth as this season has been, there'll be no better way to end it. Somehow it's a top 25 opponent Army Black Knights, as this will be my first opportunity to play on the other side of this rivalry, as I've played in Army in 2025 but not 26. The man in motion, Brandon Robinson, bringing him down. He's going to break this game apart. More tackles than tackles for loss in this one. Not as many sacks as he's been ravaging American Athletic Conference opponents in order to get wins against South Florida and Memphis. But in this one, it's all Landon Robinson. Now the offense in this contest, mere moments from breaking away and Horvath doing exactly that. Scoreless for most of the first quarter, we get things cooking and the screenplay. Gonna give Eli his first big score of the day, a massive spin move, and these could be the final moments of a Heisman season for a Navy play, a feat that hasn't been accomplished in over 63 seasons. A rocket toss to add to his totals as we spin move our way into the end zone once again. And Midshipmen will end their regular season 9-3. A conference championship rematch on the line is Eli breaking loose once again, going 70 yards to the house. The hottest team off of 2 straight losses, Navy Midshipmen. After a spotlight game, it's honors and records broken galore. We march into the conference championship game with a whole lot of momentum, looking clean in our white tops and bottoms. And we start this game out hot. Out of the play action, we break a tackle from our fullback, getting a block down the way. And it looks like if there's any team that could make the college football playoff after losing 3 games, it's definitely us. This will be back-to-back wins, top 25 wins for the midshipmen. And I haven't had a punt return go for a touchdown in all my time playing college football 26. And this being my final season of this year's franchise, no better time to do it. Eli, another score on the board. Memphis would try to come back late, but ultimately we got the job done. 10-3, and now it's award season. Walter Camp, Maxwell, but somehow not the Heisman. After a record-breaking rushing and receiving record, season Eli can only get us in to the Fenway Wasabi Bowl, and this would just be so much sweeter if it was actually played in the Fenway Stadium, Fenway Park. Eli breaking through, Landon Robinson deciding to sit this one out, and hopefully we'll have more draft picks than just Eli and Landon. Although he didn't win the award, finishing the top 5 in the Lombardi and breaking the school sack record as Eli, moving up a round after 1,300 yards on the ground and 1,000 through the air. Penn State, the national champions, and the midshipmen would finish with 4 draft picks instead of the reality of 2.